All right, Matt, we're back.
We are here at the fourth place game between Thomas Lady Terriers and the Okarche Lady Trojans. We've been looking forward to this game all day as kind of we start having the main placing games being played here.
It looks like, I don't know if we're going to do the national anthem. We are going to definitely introduce starters. Yep.
Will be the OBA Lady Trojans and their head coach, Randy Roth, and assistant Chris Taylor.
All right, we'll cover OBA for Mr. Brad.
Do you know who won the girls' consolation game?
No. They all run together. I had to think for a second.
Well, I believe OBA just won the consolation game between OBA and Crescent.
Yep.
Thomas won the 7th place game between Thomas and Harding Fine Arts. And then now in the 3rd and 4th place game will be OBA and Thomas. And at 5:30, the 3rd and 4th place boys game will be between Watonga and Okarche.
So, for OBA starters, it was Riffle, Caldwell, Hawk, and Kayot, and one other. I missed it. Oh, Titus. Coached by Randy Roth and Chris Kayot. Sorry about that.
For Thomas, it's going to be Kyla Megley, Caitlin Jones, Sydney Hampton, Natasha Stitzer, and Shaylee Maddox. So, having commenced with the normal introductions these teams have, I'm sure they're ready to come out and play at a high level today, although still getting started a little bit early from what they're normally used to playing. It's all about routine at the high school level, so I'm sure these girls are excited to get out here and play today and show us what they can do.
It certainly is about routine. Most of the morning, all the teams have just not been themselves, a little bit off balance. So we'll see how everybody comes out and gets started here.
So Thomas looking to get Caitlin Jones started early. That was really kind of the difference in the game last time when she was scoring versus when she wasn't. Thomas was able to really make progress on the offensive side when she started opening up the interior by making a few three-point shots, leaving some room for Kyla Megley to get out and start doing what she does. So here as we jump the ball, Shaylee Maddox is in the middle and she controls it for Thomas. Goes back to Stitzer, who's faced by an immediate defender. And then Sydney Hampton is trapped in the corner. She dribbles to the right. Caitlin Jones flashes inside, then skips back out. Now looking for the ball in the corner. She shoots it, and it's good. Exactly what Thomas is looking to have happen here to start this game. They're up by 3.
Great start for Thomas. Struggled yesterday, but started well today. OBA to the lane. Caldwell, no bucket.
Rebounded by Megley, who keeps it and brings the ball up the floor. She drives right. Skip pass to Jones on the left side, intercepted.
Kayot down the floor. Setting up the offense, over to Caldwell. Little motion type offense. Quick trigger by Riffle and she'll get it.
They call it a 2. So the score is Thomas 3, OBA 2. Shaylee Maddox gets it inside to Megley, who's double teamed immediately. They push her out. Back to Hampton. Then to Jones at the top. She puts up the shot. This one's off left. And we have a tie-up. So Maddox with the quick hands on the opposite side ties the ball up, and it's going to be OBA ball.
Yeah, definitely Megley's got a mismatch if she can get inside. If they drop down to the double team, kick it out for the three-pointer, and that should work pretty well for Thomas today, so we'll see what happens. The captain, the senior, Hawk, has the ball, left hand strong. Comes to the near side to Titus. Titus wants to drive paint. Nothing there. Over to Caldwell. She does. Loses a handle on it. Over to Thomas.
Megley manages to disrupt her dribble, causing her to dribble it off her knee out of bounds. So Thomas bring it up the floor. OBA still in an extended 2-3 type of defense that is disrupting what the Terriers want to do. Megley gets the ball after she has to retrieve it, puts up a nice little shot, but it won't fall. Sydney Hampton quickly jumps on the OBA player, trying to get the ball back, but it's unsuccessful.
Titus brings it down the floor. Over to Caldwell. Sorry, Riffle. Riffle back to Hawk, and it's stolen.
Sydney Hampton doing what she does so well, which is getting right in that passing lane and stealing the ball. Comes back to Megley at the top. They reverse it. Stitzer's going to put up a long three. That's no good, but rebounded by Hampton. Puts it up, doesn't fall, puts up another shot. This time she's getting fouled, so she'll have a chance to make that bucket up at the free throw line.
The senior Hawk gets her first foul. That's a quick one. Coming into the ball game for OBA will be winner.
Hampton misses her first.
In for Titus.
But manages to get her second.
So Kayot brings it down this time. Everybody clears out. One-on-one for Kayot. She drives to the paint. Good.
Terriers rushing down the floor. Quick pass to Megley for a shot. No good. Hampton picks up the ball, kicks it back out. They're going to get another chance here. Goes to Maddox in the corner. Maddox drives baseline and has it tipped away, so it's going to stay here. They have a little discussion about the nature of the jump ball, which I believe he is correct. I should believe it should be Thomas direction. With Thomas getting the tip and then the jump ball going to OBA, I believe the referee is correct in correcting the possession arrow. So Thomas moving it around the outside, 4 out, 1 in, Megley on the inside. Usually double team, so they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of that and finding the open player. There will always be one there when they play her like that. And Jones with a 3 shot, puts it up, doesn't fall, but wow. Hampton on the inside, once again in great position to get the rebound. She puts up a return shot. She's headed back to the line. As we saw yesterday, free throws were a huge part of the Terrier game when they weren't having much success on the offensive side. So this is Sydney Hampton's 3rd and 4th attempt. First one is good.
The senior captain, Hawk, gets her second. Coach Roth decides he's going to leave her in, and I think he has to. She's the leader of this team. She can't pick up another one.
Hampton nails both her free throws, bringing the score to 6-4.
Kayot comes down the floor. Wants to come near side to Hawk. Very nice ball handling skills for Kayot. Hawk wants the 3, doesn't, throws it away.
Maddox gets into the passing lane, which is also something she's done really well throughout this game. Takes it coast to coast and puts in the bucket, collects the foul. She's headed to the line. That's exactly the type of play that Thomas needs here, is people who are taking advantage of those slow passes in the passing lane. So Maddox doing her part here today.
The senior captain does pick up the 3rd one really quick here in the first. Looked like from the backside she might have cleared it, just kind of making that scary play, but she gets called for her 3rd.
Maddox makes her free throw.
Tough position for OBA for the senior captain. Looks like he's going to have her come out of the ball game. Kayot dribbling in, dumps it off to Caldwell. Caldwell back to number 5 that's new to the ball game is Winter.
Rebounded by Megley. She brings the ball up, gives it to Stitzer. Goes back inside and goes to work. Maddox kicks it out to Megley as Hampton takes it inside. Megley tries to drive the baseline, but it's cut off. They have to reverse this. They get to Jones in the corner, skip past to Stitzer, back to Megley. Megley's going to take the 3. Too hard, won't go. And Hampton this time doesn't get good position and gets an over-the-back call.
So yeah, Titus will check back into the ball game for Hawk. Hawk's going to set down. She's frustrated with herself, picking up 3 quick ones. 9-4 is the score. Kayot has the ball. Near side. Good defense here by Thomas. Picks up her dribble, a little bit of trouble. Gets it over to number 10, Caldwell. Caldwell drives to the paint, meets Megley. Megley will block, but she hacks down instead of just tipping. Most of the time the official's going to call that, even if it's right or wrong. They just see that motion and say, yep, had to have got her.
It's the toughest thing in the world to convince high school players that if you just touch it,
yes,
it disrupts the shot. It's not going in.
Yes.
But
it's a hard thing to do, and especially when you swipe down, it usually generates a foul. Caldwell gets the first point, free throw. It's up and good.
Maddox kicks the ball in. Thomas beating the pressure. They've got a 2-on-2 situation. Megley takes it all the way, puts in the tough basket.
Really nice aggressive move by Megley. I'd like to see her do that more. Obviously, freshman still growing and maturing, but nice work there by Megley. Bounce pass down the lane to Titus. Titus kicks it out. Caldwell wide open, or Riffle wide open, no shot.
Rebounded by Maddox, who now brings it up. Give it to Stitzer. Megley goes inside. Jones out to the corner. She takes the three. This one's going to bounce out.
Titus with the defensive rebound. In a little bit of trouble. Full pressure here, and she turns it over. Megley's got it. Wants to go back inside.
Megley, right place, right time, gets the steal. 5 out. Megley drives in. Puts up a floater. Won't fall. We're going to see who this foul is on. And Megley sandwiched between two players. Looks like she's going to pick that one up. Which is a take your pick foul. Is she over the back, or is the person behind her over the back on her? And
it's when you get that height advantage, you're going to get called for the over back, even though you might not be.
You are the most obvious player in that situation. That's who you're going to see. So Roberts in the game now for Megley. Gets the nice steal there. They go down. Roberts takes a dribble. They pass it around. Nobody inside the lane for the Terriers right now. They get it to Jones for a little jump shot. Hampton with the rebound. Out to Maddox. Maddox for the shot at the elbow. No good. Rebounded by Jones, sort of. And she finally gets control of it and gets jumped. So the arrow pointing Thomas's direction is going to be good for them here. Minute 45 left in the first quarter. Thomas 11, OBA 6. Stitzer finds Hampton out past the three-point line. She drives in, kicks it back out. Goes to Roberts. Roberts drives in, pulls up, puts up a little shot, no good, and we've got some fighting underneath the basket as people work for position. This time Caitlin Jones ends up on her back as she gets the clear out.
Things not going quite the way OBA would like them here, but I think she was going for the rebound and Kayot just got underneath her. So
Jones with the ball. Roberts working inside, sets a screen. They kick it out to Maddox. Maddox to Hampton. Hampton drives inside, kicks out Stitzer around to Maddox. Thomas running a motion offense, which by cutting through, they're trying to create some space. And there they do. Roberts sets a good pick as Jones drove around it, but it would not fall through. Stitzer picks up a foul in trying to get the rebound. It's going to be her first.
So 58 seconds, quick first quarter here. Kayot with the ball. Looking to put some points on the board. They're struggling a little bit. Going to draw the blocking foul. Kayot goes down, hits her hip. No, maybe an ankle. I think it's an ankle.
So Journey Roberts with the reach in there. Just a little bit too strong on the defensive pressure.
Kayot drive to the lane. Look, oh, it's up and good.
So Hampton now with the ball. Passes right to Jones. Roberts cuts to the opposite block. Goes down, gets the ball, puts up a bump shot. It won't fall.
Caldwell picks it up. A little bit of trouble. Far side, Kayot. Kayot's running the floor. Going to pull for this last second shot. Kayot drives to the lane. Little hook shot. No good. Caldwell comes in from nowhere. Saves it to Thomas.
Shady Maddox has the ball. 3 seconds left. They're going to have to put up a shot. Caitlin Jones with a long three. And just a little bit too far out of her range. So to conclude the first quarter, Thomas has 11, OBA 8. So this is really anybody's ball game. Probably more concerning for both teams are the fouls that each of their starters have picked up. Kyla Megley for Thomas has 2 already. She's sitting the bench and is likely to stay there for a while yet. We've got a lot of game ahead of us.
Yeah, and the senior captain Hawk is definitely the playmaker for OBA. And the leader for this team, as she picks up 3 really quick fouls. It's going to be a difference maker for the rest of this game. Yesterday she did really, really well throughout that whole game and only had about 1 foul, I think, throughout the entire game. So really good self-control. She's probably just trying to be overly aggressive, lead her team to a victory here, and picks up 3 quick fouls. So we'll see what happens here. 11-8 is our score.
Well, this is the type of thing that happens this time of year. I mean, you've got your team, you've got it kind of set, and then plans go awry. And so this is the time of year you start looking to some of those other players to step up and start making some production where a senior or a junior who normally would do that has to sit out because of fouls or you have injuries on your team. And so this is a good testing ground to see what is your team capable of as you look towards the state tournament.
Absolutely. Hawk is like I said, the sole senior, only 1 junior on the team for OBA, so also they are very, very young. And Hawk will stay on the bench here to start the second quarter. So Kayot will bring the ball in. Far side to Riffle. Riffle nearly loses a handle on it. Over to Caldwell, left-hand drive, nearly travels, sets that pivot foot. Kayot, well defended here, man-to-man defense by Thomas. Playing great defense. Caldwell finds an open spot down the lane and draws the foul for the shot. So Caldwell with 3 points here so far, has a chance to get 4. Kayot's got 4 for OBA.
Foul is on Sydney Hampton, which is going to be her second on, once again, another one of Thomas's starters. So they've got to be more careful with how they play defense here if they want to be successful.
OBA got to be happy here to be tied up with their senior on the bench. Looking to go into the low post. Good defense by Titus.
Going to be another foul here, this time on Maddox. And that's her first. So we're going to see a couple replacements come in here as Coach Jones gets a couple fresh players into the game. But unfortunately, OBA, or for Thomas, unfortunately, OBA is already in the bonus. 7 fouls made by the Terriers here, which is putting Leah Titus at the line for a 1-1. Good hands by Abby Hart as the OBA player tried to bounce it off her, and she just grabs it and takes possession. Thomas looking to figure out how are they going to beat this man pressure. So Jones drives in, and with number 5, Sydney Winter, in the air, Jones connects as she jumps and draws the blocking foul. Even though Jones initiated the contact because the OBA player was in the air, it's a block. That's just kind of how these things are called. So Jones is going to head to the line for 2. First one's good. First points of the second quarter for Thomas. So Thomas, go ahead.
Number 23 Purdue checks into the ball game for OBA.
She hits both of them again, so just under half Thomas's points. Once again, coming from the free throw line. That's a big part of their game and trying to get to that line to make some offense.
Caldwell to Purdue. Purdue in trouble in the corner, trapped. going to get the reach-in foul.
Olivia Hampton caught with her hand in there. It is a fine line between grabbing the ball and grabbing the arm, and she had all arm.
She did. That puts Purdue fresh into the game on the line for a 1-and-1. So far, they've missed both 1-and-1s for OBA.
Abby Hart with the rebound. R.J. Dommins now running the point for the Terriers. They go left to Olivia Hampton. Back to Sydney Hampton around the top of the arch. Sydney Hampton sets a screen, motion through the lane. Terriers looking for somebody to pop open as they can kind of catch two defenders with a screen. And Abby Hart attempts to drive the lane, loses the ball, goes out of bounds.
It got real quiet.
As it does at the most inopportune times.
Yeah. OBA with the ball. Kayot sets up the offense, drives all the way through all of them, misses the layup. She had it open. Rebound Thomas.
Rebounded by Hart. Given over to R.J. Dobbins. They go left to Jones. Players flashing through the lane for Thomas, looking for the entry pass. Hart with the ball, skip pass to Hampton. Hampton makes a move to the baseline, gets cut off and double team, so they kick it back out. Thomas looking for that open flash. Abby Hart thought she had Olivia Hampton, but the pass was just a little bit too high. She couldn't grab it, and the pass once again turns into a turnover. Kaylin Jones now in for Thomas as they settle back into a 1-3-1.
Titus over to number 21, White. White back to Kayot. Kayot to Purdue. Purdue pulls it quick. No go. Rebound White, going to get a foul. White will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
That's Olivia Hampton's second foul. She's just a little bit too aggressive trying to corral the ball after a shot as getting caught with her arm in between the other player and the ball. So she gets called for another reaching foul.
She makes the first one. First end of the 1-and-1 today for OBA. They've missed two already. And that one's no good.
Kaylin Jones picks up the ball, hits Hampton as she dribbles down the floor. Man defense for OBA, which has been pretty tough for the Terriers to break today. R.J. Dobbins drives in and collects a foul, so she'll be headed to the line.
Foul is on Purdue, her first. Team foul 6 for OBA.
I am mistaken. It is only 16 fouls, so Thomas gets it inbounds. Looking for someone to, R.J. Dobbins just loses the ball.
White has it, picks up her dribble, finds Titus. Titus to the paint. Over to Purdue. Strong right hand, wants to go to the right side, not going to let her. Over to Kayot. Kayot drives to the paint, loses a handle on it to Thomas.
Good defense there with Sydney Hampton causing her. And the back referee says she did, in fact, hit it.
I agree with him. It should be black. So officials come together nicely there to get the call. Stays with OBA.
And Sydney Hampton now with the actual steal, rushes down the court. Looks like she got pushed in the back, but no call. They head down the other way. 3 black players around the goal, and that's an easy bucket.
I will agree. It did look like that, but that was hard from our angle to see it, wasn't it? Quick turnaround, lead change here. OBA takes the lead by 1.
Thomas with the ball, trying to find some way into the lane. R.J. Dobbins drives in, and she's going to get a block. Blocking foul called, so she'll be headed to the line. So R.J. Dobbins at the line looking to shoot this two-shot foul, and she does get the first one, tying the score once again at 14. Kyla Megley returns to the floor. Terriers looking to try to create some offense here on the interior for this last 4 minutes and 30 seconds. R.J. Dobbins with her second shot. Will not fall.
Rebound Purdue. Over to Kayot. It's all tied up at 14. Kayot near side. Not sure where she wants to go. Into the corner. It's White for the long three. No good.
Good rebound by Dobbins on the offside. She dribbles the ball down the floor. Finds Jones in the corner. Jones will shoot again. This time it's good.
Caldwell over to Titus. Titus back to Caldwell in the paint. White has it, in trouble. Back to Titus. Little contact, no call, incidental. Over to Titus. Now, back to White at the top. She wants to drive to the paint. Over to Titus. Nice patience here by OBA. Scrub on the floor, and everybody goes to the ground, and it looks like it's going to go to Thomas.
Fortunate call for Thomas there. It could have very easily turned into a foul, sending OBA back to the line. OBA still staying with their man-to-man pressure that's caused Thomas problems all game long. So Hampton with the ball, dribbles left, gets it to Jones. Down to the block to Kaylin Jones. They swing it around. Kick it out to Dobbins for three, and that one is too short.
Rebound Caldwell. Got numbers. Over to Riffle. Long three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound. Nope. Tipped out of bounds by Titus.
17-14, 2:54 left in the second quarter. R.J. Dobbins taking the point for Thomas. Thomas still looking for that open person. They find R.J. Dobbins cutting to the backside. She can't make the layup fall, however. It goes to OBA.
Purdue's going to go coast to coast, nearly loses it, tips it back into Megley.
Megley pulls off wisely there on the defensive end and picks up the loose ball when she can't handle it. Thomas needing a little bit more movement out of this offense to really pop people free. Jones with another three, however. If you can do that, you don't need movement. So with 2 consecutive threes, puts the Terriers up by 6.
She's got some good looks today. Nothing like she had yesterday. Today she's knocking them down. Purdue shot up and blocked by Megley.
Megley dribbling the other direction. If she can press the pace, she's got an easy layup here. She kicks it out to Jones. And then Kaylin Jones takes over to Hampton. Cross court pass to Jones, but Jones wasn't ready for it. Goes out of bounds off an OBA player. That was a lucky bounce for her. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout by OBA.
The Gleason Agency thanks you for your trust and confidence expressed in us for over 30 years. As we move into the next generation of leadership from our family, we ask for the honor of continuing to serve you. We live here. We're invested in the future of Thomas, and we praise the Lord for his kindness of placing us here to serve. The Gleason Agency. Harold, Rhonda, Misty, and Crystal. The Bank of the West proudly supports Thomas Athletics and would like to wish the Terriers and Lady Terriers the best of luck in the Three Rivers Tournament and for the rest of the season. Dex Food is your hometown grocery store located in the center of Thomas and is proud to supply only the freshest ingredients for your next big meal. Dex Food is also a proud supporter of the Terriers. Go Green.
So next game up, we're at OBA Thomas, third place game right now. Next game up will be the 5:30 game with Watonga and Wakarchi boys. And then later action will be the championship games for Okarche Cashin girls and Cashin Hennessy boys. Lots of still halftime fun, so if you're out and about, come on out to Kingfisher Gym. We'll give away some money here, and maybe you'll be one of the lucky winners.
Thomas with the ball inbounding under their own basket. They get it into Kaylin Jones, who stumbles as she catches it and commits the walk. So turnover to OBA.
Caught a little off guard by the pass. 2014, down by 6. Kayot looking to close this gap here going into halftime. Over to Titus. She's wide open for the 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound Thomas.
Rebounded by Kaylin Jones. She gets it to Megley. Megley dances over a player, tries to pass to Jones. Jones to Dobbins. A little bit of chaos here on the floor as everybody tries to get to where they're supposed to be. Thomas now running a 3-out, 2-in offense. Megley pops out, kicks it over to RJ Dobbins. Megley goes back to the lane to post up and jumps out. She gets it in the right corner. Does a little running layup, can't get it to fall.
I like the shot. Kayot down the floor. Steps out of bounds as she's defended on the sideline. And
heads up play by Caitlin Jones there, getting over just enough to make the OBA player avoid her and step on the out of bounds line. RJ Dobbins passes to Caitlin Jones as the Terriers are looking to set up a little screening offense at the top of the key there, setting up screens on the free throw line to generate some space. They get it over to Megley in the left corner, back to RJ Dobbins, who puts up the 3. It's no good.
Rebound Caldwell, 34 seconds. She's got room. Riffle pulls it out. Would love to see her go onto the hole for that, but it works out anyway. Caldwell gets 2.
20 seconds left in the half. Thomas 20, OBA 16. Jones has the ball. Coach Jones calls a new offense. Caitlin Jones cuts out to the corner for another corner 3. This one's too hard, won't fall.
Caldwell in trouble, looks to go far side and nearly throws it in the Thomas basket. Wow, that was awesome.
Good defense there by both Jones and Megley, causing the OBA coach, he has to call a timeout here to get his player out of trouble, which is not what he wanted to do with 1 second left in this half, because there's not a lot more you can do here to generate any sort of points. So
no. Good
play by Jones and Megley, forcing the OBA coach's hand into trying to make that timeout happen.
Yeah, I thought that my amazing stat skills thought that it closed it to 20-18, but I obviously am not correct.
You're not having to issue a Squirtle correction, are you?
Oh, no. I'm checking Squirtle to see if someone else posted the proper score, and they haven't. So we're going to go with 20-16 being the correct score. And it's a quick shot up, and that'll do it for the half. So we shall see how this breaks down.
Well, who do we have coming up here for the halftime show, Dean?
I do not know yet. You need some funds. Can you hand me my bag there, Matt? We're trying to get our gift card money out so that we can go award some money out to whoever wins. And that should be it, Mr. Jeff Hyatt from Cimarron Electric. He is going down on the floor as soon as the cheerleaders get done, and we'll see who is chosen. I assume we got a Thomas player probably, or a Thomas person.
Well, we'll see. There are a couple more pastors available in the Thomas area that they could select here to come out to their halftime competition.
That's pretty funny. Yesterday we picked both of the ones that were here, I think. So we'll see. Maybe today the other two came.
They might have.
So if you're watching, and we generally take down the Yes, very true. That's very funny. I did do that.
Wi-Fi passwords and other information.
Exactly. You learn anything you want to know at the Three Rivers Basketball Tournament.
And so coming down, we have Trooper Jones.
Trooper Jones.
Trooper Jones,
All
yes.
right, as his daughter is one of the
His daughter
players?
is Caitlin Jones. His wife is the coach, so this couldn't be any better.
All right. Jeff
So-
Hyatt is from Cimarron Electric. He's kissing up right now to make sure if he's ever in Western Oklahoma, he doesn't get called.
Yep. He has got both a son on the boys basketball team, JT Jones, and his daughter, Caitlin Jones, plays for the girls team.
He's risking it. He's going to go for the free throw. So you make a layup, then you can double your money by going for a free throw. And Trooper Jones hits the free throw. Now he's going to go double. 3 shots. He's like, I got this. 3 shots. So you double your money by going for the three-pointer. Trooper Jones goes for it. First one's just off. That's a risky, risky shot here. Odds are you shoot 33% from the three-point line, so he's got really good odds here. But that's what you want to shoot is 33%.
As a
he misses it. He risks it all.
All right, we have a consolation prize for John. Again, thank you for coming out to the Three Rivers.
Hand that across to Brian and to
Certainly will.
Sponsor of Cimarron and Pioneer Telephone.
That was fun. I enjoy that. It's a fun little contest. You get to give away some money and have a little fun at the same time. So we'll take a break here and get us some water and come right back and be right back after these messages.
Doug, you ready?
It's live.
All right, here we are starting the third quarter of the third and fourth place game between OBA and Thomas. Thomas is ahead right now 20-16, I'm sorry.
The senior Hawk comes back into the game. I bet she is super excited to be back in this ball game. I know it was agonizing for her to sit on the bench. She comes in, pulls the trigger on a three-pointer, no good. 20-16, rebound Megley.
Rebounded by Megley. She's going to drive it down, hit Jones in the left corner. Jones takes a little dribble in and puts up a shot, no good.
Rebound Titus. Titus to Hawk. Hawk picks up her dribble, over to Caldwell. Back out to Hawk, over to Kayot. Kayot drives to the paint. Quick thought. Inside to Caldwell. Caldwell to Riffle. Three-pointer by Riffle off the back of the rim. Rebound by Thomas, and Kayot's on her back. And I will agree with that one. She was.
Good positioning by Shaylee Maddox there on the block out, managing to seal off the OBA player, forcing her to foul her as she went over the back. So Thomas looking to get some things started here. I've got 4 out. Megley drives into the lane, kicks it to Maddox. Maddox reverses, back to Megley, to Jones in the corner. As Megley cuts in and then dashes out. Stitzer's got to get rid of it. Back to Megley. Over to Jones, left wing. Over to Megley. Jones cuts in, looks for the ball, can't get it to her. So Megley drives in and puts up a shot herself. Will not fall.
Hawk has it, pushing the tempo here, drives to the paint, little Euro step, no call, gets her own rebound, up, no good, rebound Megley.
Megley goes up to get that one. Keeps the ball herself to drive it up the floor. She decides to drive the lane and put up the floating layup once again, gets her own rebound, tries again, won't fall, rebounded by Sydney Hampton, will not fall, so Maddox this time trying to corral the rebound, gets it to Jones. Jones puts up a shot, rebounded by Megley, and finally
OBA pulls it down.
Leah Titus pulls it down.
Titus over to Chaos. She's going to go coast to coast, finds Riffle backside, blocked by Megley. Nice job.
Beautiful block by Megley. She gets that cleanly right as it leaves her hand. She just goes, picks it up, and dribbles to the other side of the floor. Thomas has 3 out, 2 in as they look to set up some screens and get some people free.
Kayot tips it away. Nice hustle.
It'd be nice if Thomas could find a way to utilize their size. They're bigger in a couple positions than OBA down on the interior of the lane. They're just not finding any good passing lanes to make that happen. Stitzer inbounds the ball to Jones. Jones over to Stitzer. OBA running a little 2-1-2 zone, trying to seal off any sort of inside production from Thomas. They get it to Jones at the top of the arc. She puts it up. Too short. This one will not go.
A step or so behind the three-point line. Not quite enough distance on it. 20-16 still, the same score from half. Kayot setting up the offense. Coach Roth calling something new in. Dribble drive, Titus to the corner. Riffle thinks about the three. Over to Hawk. Kayot resets, back out to Hawk. Lobs in. Going to get Megley reaching around.
That over-the-top reach is so tempting for an inside player because they think their arm's long enough to get there, but they forget about the body contact to make that happen. Sometimes you get the call, sometimes you don't, and she got the foul there. So she now has 3. Looks like she's going to stay in the game, which is a risk here Coach Jones is going to take.
Kayot to inbounds. Caldwell, little turnaround jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound Megley.
Megley gives it to Jones. Over to Hampton in the right corner. Jones flashes through the lane. They can't get it to her, but they do get Megley at the right elbow. And her shot won't go, and Journey Roberts is caught reaching over the back on the rebound. Her second.
Still no score here in the third quarter. Alex Hawk or Allie Hawk, I'm sorry, comes down the floor. The senior captain dribbles right side. She's left-handed. Caldwell over to Riffle. Back to Hawk. Thinks about the three. Over to Titus for the three. No good. Block out Jones.
Jones with the ball. Comes down the floor. Gives it to Stitzer. Left corner to Hampton. Back to Stitzer. To go to Megley. Journey Roberts working the interior, trying to find a post-up move that's going to work to get her the ball. They reverse to the left side. Megley cuts into the interior. They get her the ball. She goes over the top of the defender, and it's good. They'd like to see a whole lot more of that if they could make it happen.
22-16. Kayot has it. Near side. Dumps it off to Hawk. Hawk over to Titus. Over to Kayot. Kayot drives baseline. Creates contact. Throws it up. It's on the baseline. She puts it up last second, looking for the draw to go to the line, but official says no, it's on the floor.
Miscue by Journey Roberts there as she slid over to stop the defender when she should have attempted to take the charge. She held her ground, but in that case, it just bounced the OBA player off, giving her a blocking foul.
Oof, over the top to Hawk, and she sees Caldwell open, and Caldwell not quite ready for it, throws it out of bounds.
Thomas throws the ball inbounds. Megley's got it, driving left. She gets closed off from the lane, so has to pass back around the top of the free throw line. Roberts and Megley working inside. Jones puts up the three, no good.
Hawk down the floor fast. She's got her first points of the game here in the third quarter.
Jones is now going to run down the floor, going into the lane, splits the defenders, puts up a nice little layup to answer of her own.
Hawk to Titus. Titus wants to drive baseline, does, finds Caldwell in the middle. No good.
Rebounded by Roberts. They're going to bring this down, get Megley as she goes to the baseline, but she catches it a little out of sync and takes a step when the ball gets there to try to make sure she handles the pass and walks.
24-18. Got a timeout. White.
So we're going to take a full timeout here for the Terriers. Dex Food is your hometown grocery store located in the center of Thomas and is proud to supply only the freshest ingredients for your next big meal. Dex Food is also a proud supporter of the Terriers. Go Green. The Bank of the West proudly supports Thomas Athletics and would like to wish the Terriers and Lady Terriers the best of luck in the Three Rivers Tournament and for the rest of the season. Mercer's Old School Fuel in Thomas, Oklahoma is still your full-service fuel station. Serving 100% pure gasoline, they have self-service pumps, or you can stay in your car and let the friendly staff at Mercer's fill your gas tank for you. Mercer's also specializes in providing new and used truck tires, tire repair, oil changes, and will deliver to your farm if that's what you need. Come in and get your vehicle taken care of the right way at Mercer's in Thomas, Oklahoma. So not a lot of scoring going on in the third quarter from the Thomas perspective. Both Kyla Megley and Caitlin Jones have hit a bucket, but that's about it. So
only two for OBA. Very, very slow quarter for both teams.
Score is 24-18 in favor of Thomas. And it's going to be OBA ball to start here.
Kayot looks to start it. Over to the Riffle at the point. Picks up her dribble. In trouble. Gets it back. Over to Caldwell. Caldwell cross court to Titus. Titus in the corner to Kayot. Hawks open. She wants to shoot the three. She does, and she gets it. She's got all five in the second half.
Hawk cuts the Terrier lead in half as OBA begins to put on a press. This has been something Thomas has struggled with over the past couple games, and they do again. Megley loses the ball.
Kayot wants to drive, push the pace. Bad pass.
Caitlin Jones in the right place at the right time to pick up that errant pass, and so she's going to pull it out, and they're going to try to run some offense here. Jones dribbles to the right, gives it to Megley. Journey Roberts inside, posting up. Hampton in the right corner, gives a little nice pass to Megley as she gets a decent shot off, but is blocked and gets tossed to the ground.
Yeah, wow. I thought there was more contact there, but officials don't see it that way. Kayot drives coast to coast. She draws the foul going to the lane. She will go to the line for 2.
Journey Roberts tried to step in front of the defender, take the charge, and this one definitely was a toss-up. That could have gone either way from where I'm sitting, but they did call it the block, and that's going to be her 4th foul.
First one's up and no good. And gets that one to go.
So the lead now 2 for Thomas, 24-22. OBA puts on the press. Roberts with the ball. They get it to Stitzer. They're going to try running their offense again. They go to the left wing to Hampton. Journey Roberts post ups inside. Stitzer with the ball outside. They go to Megley on the right. Sydney Hampton runs the baseline, gets the ball. They go back up top, over to Stitzer, over to Megley. Megley catches Roberts gumming through the lane. And Roberts is going to cause a foul on
Kayot.
32, Kayot.
She has got 4.
Thomas inbounds the ball to Jones. Haven't had a lot of success getting Jones open for a decent shot lately. The defenders have adjusted to take away the 3 ball from her. Megley with the ball now drives the baseline, stops short, puts up a shot. She gets hit on the elbow as she puts up her shot. So she's going to head to the line and try to increase the lead here for Thomas.
Foul is on number 15, Titus. That is her first.
So Megley's first is no good.
Team foul 4 for OBA.
Megley's second no good either.
Rebound Titus, over the top to Winter. Cross court, dangerous pass.
Stitzer with the steal is 1-on-3 right now. She's got to back this out and let the rest of the team catch up where she is.
15 seconds.
Thomas in a 4-out offense, and Jones just loses it. And then makes an attempt to try to kick the ball away in order to prevent the layup and collects a foul instead.
7 seconds. It's a tall order here. The senior needs to come get the ball. Allie over to Caldwell. Over to Allie Hawk. She's going to do a step back and banks it in. Wow, she does.
So OBA with the last second shot takes the lead, which I believe is for the first time this game, a 25-24 to start the 4th quarter of play. So nice inbounds play there for the OBA Trojans as they come up with the 3.
Yeah, Hawk comes in and has 8 of the 9 third quarter points for OBA. Pretty instrumental there for OBA.
Thomas Flowers and Gifts wishes good luck to the Thomas Terriers in the Three Rivers Tournament. Whether it's an anniversary or just a normal day, Thomas Flowers and Gifts has the perfect surprise that will make the significant person in your life feel special. Come in and see our selection today. The Custer City Co-op is proud to support the Terriers through the Three Rivers Conference Tournament, just as they support your local agriculture operations in Custer City. If you need road diesel, farm diesel, gasoline, fertilizer, protein supplements, or more, the Custer Co-op has what you need. Stop in today.
Well, don't forget to check out the Cimarron Electric Youth Tour. Cimarron's Youth Tour is a week-long, all expenses paid, fun educational trip to Washington, D.C. in June of each year. Cimarron Electric annually sponsors 3 delegates top 3 delegates, all juniors from high schools within its service territory. Youth Tour has earned a reputation of a trip of a lifetime by winners of this trip. Youth Tour will begin June 19th through the 25th, 2020. Check out Cimarron Electric, youthtour.com.
Thomas gets the ball to start the fourth quarter, as they're going to look to see what they can do offensively to kind of break open this defense OBA has started playing. They get it outside to Jones. Jones dribbles right. Comes back across. OBA in a man defense. Pass picked off as it's going inside to Megley.
Allie Hawk gets the steal. She's been instrumental in this game, and she drives and gets it. Strong second half here for Allie Hawk. Drives to the paint, gets the bucket. Not only does she get the bucket, she got the steal so she can get the coast-to-coast bucket. Goes to the line for the old-fashioned three-pointer to go up 4.
Stitzer gets pushed down where she does not want to be, down inside there. She's at a disadvantage playing defense and commits the foul as a consequence. Jones, Kaylin Jones, passes the ball to Caitlin Jones. Stitzer takes a couple dribbles, getting pushed backwards here. She needs to find somebody to pass the ball to. She finds Megley inside, which was a good pass. Megley had one defender between her and the bucket. She was going to get there. So
official called 2 hands in the back there on Megley.
On Sydney Winter.
Oh, on Sydney Winter, but
yes.
Yeah, she had her hands on Megley.
Yeah. So ball goes to Jones in the corner. She puts up the shot. There's a foul here as Sydney Hampton sets a screen, and the OBA defender, number 10, Claire Caldwell, goes through her to try to get the block. So, and because Thomas is now in the 1-and-1, oh, I'm sorry, they're not. A little confusion here as the officials decide what was going to happen. There was a foul away from the ball. So Caitlin Jones shot the ball, and then a foul was committed by number 10, Claire Caldwell, which gave the ball back to the Terriers for another possession here. Terriers down 27-24. Caitlin Jones drives in, puts up a shot, and I don't know what he's calling here. It appeared as if he called a block and then changed his mind to a charge. So, nobody's happy in a call like that.
One coach is happy 1 minute and the other coach is happy the next minute because they're both upset by all means. Allie Hawk has it near side, 3-point lead over to Titus. Titus wants to drive, picks up her dribble, nearly walks. Over to Caldwell. Caldwell to Winter, picks up her dribble. Going to be a jump ball.
So Sydney Hampton has done this several times this year. She kind of hides behind a defender and then jumps out right to just grab a hold of the ball as Camber Riffle just came by, tying up the ball and resulting in a jump ball. So good defensive savvy there by Sydney Hampton.
Inbound Hawk. Picks up her dribble. Over to Riffle. Back to Kayot, now back in the game. 4 fouls. Over to Titus, being real patient. Hawk with a long 3. Off the glass, no good.
Picked up by Megley. Megley drives down. Jones left open on the interior. Nice look, nice basket for Kaylin Jones.
Allie Hawk waiting to set up the offense. Up 1, 6 minutes. Game has the feeling that it's down to like the last few seconds. I don't know why, but championship Saturday here. Allie Hawk picks up her dribble, wants to go backside to Kayot, nothing there.
Pass picked up by Stitzer, given down to Jones. Caitlin Jones, who manages a very long 2 steps and puts in another bucket.
Very nice step through layup on that. Got the defender trying to go for it, steps around it and lays it on the glass. Allie Hawk wants to go to the corner. She does. Riffle nearly loses the handle. Picked up by Hawk. OBA being a little sloppy here with the basketball. Need to be careful. Thomas was out of bounds, touched it out of bounds. So Coach Roth agrees that a sloppy play. He needs to talk it over and say, guys, we got to have some better passes here for OBA. Thomas takes the lead, 28-27.
Well, in a low-scoring game like this, where both teams are having a few offensive struggles, every point counts for so much more.
Right.
So Thomas has managed to find a couple easy lanes to the basket to reclaim the lead, and so OBA is trying to figure out, okay, how do we combat this? Because there has been no easy points in this ballgame. So with the score 28-27, both coaches are strategizing how can they maximize this back and forth seesaw that they seem to be on. Just like a team, First National Bank of Thomas pulls together a winning team to serve you. We have 2 convenient ATM machines serving you at Southwest National Bank of Weatherford and right here in Thomas at the ASAP. At First National Bank of Thomas, we are committed to provide not only the best financial products and services, but are tailored to meet all of your banking needs. See your neighbor at your locally owned First National Bank of Thomas and find out more about how they can help you. Member FDIC. So Thomas settles into a man defense.
I have to make a correction here. I just got a message on our Facebook page at Pioneer Telephone. It's Devon Hawk, and I've been calling her Allie, and the program has it as Allie. So, no. Yes, there's 2. I apologize. Well, I'll get it right now. It's Devon Hawk that's on the floor with for number 12. I see number 3 is Allie Hawk, and I've been calling her Allie all night, so I apologize. It is Devon Hawk. Thank you for letting us know.
Stitzer with the long pass to Maddox. Maddox comes up to get it. They get it to Kaylin Jones. She's triple team. She's got to pull this out, and they're going to look to see what sort of offense they can generate here. Thomas has struggled with this 2-3 zone that OBA is running. They're trying to close off any interior play, but they get the lob to Megley. Megley puts it in. That's another bucket for her.
So Riffle with the ball near side. Over to the senior Hawk. She drives to the paint, finds Caldwell there. It's tipped. Riffle will pull it back out. Titus wants to shoot the 3. Resets. Riffle will shoot the long 3 off the back of the rim. No good.
Rebounded by Maddox, who pushes it up to Jones, but she does not have numbers. So she pulls this back out, gets it to Stitzer left wing, back to Maddox right wing, back to Stitzer. They go to Jones. She's open. She thinks about the 3, but pulls it back down. They get it inside to Megley. Megley, little spin move to her left, puts up a shot, doesn't go. They kick it out to Jones. This time she starts to go before she puts her dribble down, and it sails out of bounds.
All right, 30-27, 3-point lead here. OBA being real patient with it. Coach Roth says take your time, good passes over to Titus, to Kayot. Kayot back to Hawk, Hawk inside to Caldwell, back to Hawk. She'll shoot the long 3-pointer off the glass, and it's good. Probably could have been a 4-point play right there. We'll take the 3.
So on the inbounds pass, Stitzer tries to get it to Megley. Megley has the pass disrupted. She touches it on the way out of bounds, so this goes straight back to OBA. They're going to have a chance to take the lead here. And now we have the same call, only going the other direction. So Stitzer taps the ball, and it heads out of bounds off the OBA player. So now Thomas has it back. 3.5 left to play. Score 30-30. Thomas has 7 fouls, OBA 5. So crowd's starting to come alive a little bit here as we're getting down to the last few minutes of the ball game, tie ball game. They get it to Stitzer, who's in the lane. She puts up a shot, doesn't fall, but Megley's on the other side. She gets the rebound. She puts up a shot, and they foul her before she can put up another one. So Thomas is going to have to take that out of bounds, but it does eat into their team fouls. They now have 16 fouls, and the next one will put Thomas in the bonus. So Stitzer is going to go down and take the ball out of bounds.
Foul was on Caldwell, her second.
Ball comes into Kyla Megley. Over to Caitlin Jones. Into Megley. Megley takes a little dribble to her right, puts up a nice little shot, and she gets another bucket.
Some good post play for Thomas. Megley with 2. Hawk comes near side to Titus. Titus in trouble. Out to Kayot. Kayot near side is Hawk. Hawk, Titus. Riffle wide open. Off the side of the rim, no good. Caldwell goes strong for the rebound. It's going to be a pushing foul. Official Randy Davis says there was contact there, and that'll put Megley on the line, the freshman.
Megley already had obtained the rebound securely before she ran into her, so that caused the foul, and now she's got a chance to increase the lead. This is the point of the game which free throws, while always critical, even become more so.
And especially as a freshman, tight ball game here, need to hit these.
So far, she is 1 for 2 on the day.
And she misses it. That's a big free throw. Need those free throws late in this ball game. Devin Hawk has it near side here. Looking to create something, turns it over. Crucial for the captain, turning it over right there.
Shaylee Maddox uses her quick hands to deflect the pass. Thomas moving it around. Shaylee Maddox running the baseline. Kyla Megley working the free throw line. Ball going back and forth between Kaylin Jones and Natasha Stitzer. They get it to Maddox. Maddox inside to Megley. Megley, nice little spin move. She banks it off the glass and dies on the rim and falls through.
That couldn't be more crucial. Last 2 possessions to take it to Kyla Megley in the lane. 4 quick points. Thomas goes up, finds Caldwell in the lane. Blocked by Megley. On the floor, hustle for both teams. Riffle on the floor. She's going to create the tie, but it'll go to Thomas. 1:43 left. Full court pressure by OBA.
Ball comes inbounds to Maddox. They go to Megley. Megley takes the dribble back to the middle. One person between her and the bucket. Passes off to Jones. Jones makes them pay for putting on the press.
6 quick points for Thomas. That's big. 1:30 left here to play. Hawk comes down to Titus. Titus looks to the middle to Caldwell. Gets a blocking foul on Jones. She'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. Free throws, like you said, become crucial right here.
Jones just goes a little bit too hard and aggressively and runs into the player with her leg as she's trying to get out of the way. That's her 3rd foul.
Substitutions in for OBA. Purdue checks back into the ball game, and so is Winter. Caldwell's free throw is up and good. Big free throw there for OBA. Need these points down the stretch. Be nice for OBA to hit this one. I show her 4 for 4 as of right now. 5 for 5 from the free throw line for Caldwell.
OBA in man pressure, full court man pressure. Jones with the ball, dribbles down. I'm sure she's going to pull this back out. And the Terriers are in no hurry here to make anything happen. They're going to make OBA come out and force them to pass the ball. And they get it to Megley. Megley back to Stitzer. Looks like they're going to have to foul in order to stop the clock here momentarily.
Coach Roth is calling for pressure and foul for OBA, but the senior Hawk cannot foul. She's got 4, and she's explaining that right now to the rest of her teammates. Guys, I cannot foul or I'll be out of the ball game. So we get the foul. Puts Thomas back on the line. We'll have a timeout here by Thomas.
So Coach Jones is just going to go over what's our late game protocol, what's our strategy, what's our plan here. And it's clearly we're going to take time off the clock. We're going to hit free throws when they foul us. And since we are up 4, if we do those 2 things, we have a good chance of winning this ball game. So
both teams have 8 fouls, so everybody's on the line in a foul situation. So wouldn't be surprised after these free throws if Thomas jumps into some pressure, full court press here to try to get a quick turnover, but wouldn't be surprised if they fall completely back into the zone either.
That's the one thing at this point in the game that just become killers is if you turn the ball over. You've got to make each possession count. So turning the ball over is a definite no-no.
Absolutely. We'll see what each coach draws up here.
And we're going to come back for about the last minute of play here in the fourth quarter. Thomas up 36 over OBA at 32. And Shaylee Maddox is going to start this at the line in a one-on-one situation as she was held during the previous play. So Maddox at the line, Jones and Megley inside on the lane as rebounders, but no need as Maddox hits the first end of the one-on-one.
That's a big free throw right there.
That is very big. Turns this into a 5-point game and now a 6-point game.
38-32. Hawk has it down to Kayot. Kayot drives baseline. She's going to get fouled by Megley. Is it her?
That should be her fourth.
Fourth, okay.
Her fourth. So that is the definition of a freshman mistake here at the end of this ball game. She was going for the rebound or going for the block, trying to prevent that from happening, but fouled in the process. Even a bucket here would not have been that big of a game changer for them as long as Thomas takes care of their duties on their end of the floor.
Sophomore Kayot steps up and misses the first part of the two shot fouls. Next one's up, and she got that one to go. Cuts it to a 5-point game, 50 seconds. It's a ton of time here. A lot can happen in 50 seconds. We'll see what happens. Full court pressure here by OBA. Try to get a quick steal.
So Thomas sets up some screens, looking for an open person. They get it to Kaylin Jones. Kaylin Jones gets fouled, so she's now headed to the line.
Kaylin is younger.
Kaylin is actually a different Jones.
Okay.
And now that you want to talk about it, another twin.
Another twin, okay.
Another twin. She has a brother named Brian Jones, although they're in the sophomore class, not the junior class.
Gotcha.
So spreading it out a little bit.
There you go.
So Kaylin Jones now at the line for Thomas. Puts up the shot. It's good. So
big free throw.
She is doing her part here to close out this ball game for Thomas. She had an earlier big bucket inside that kind of helps Thomas extend this lead that they built at this point. That one was too hard.
Rebound Titus, 46 seconds. Got to be quick here. Down 6. Hawks going to put it up from long range. Off the boards, no good. Rebound Thomas.
Pass goes down the floor to Caitlin Jones, who slows down to let the OVA player foul her.
The senior had to sacrifice her 5th foul right there just to keep OBA in the game. Devin Hawk leaves the ball game with a great second half. Got in foul trouble early. She ends up with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points in the second half, keeping OBA in the game. Oh, she only has 4. My bad. I thought that was her 5th. So good deal. She stays in the ball game. 40-33. 41-33, 34 seconds left here. Kayot down the floor. Drives baseline, riffle. OBA looking for points. Caldwell steps aside, loses the handle on it to Thomas. Fouls Thomas. That might be enough to do it right there.
Big steal by Kaylin Jones.
As I mentioned before, Matt, OBA, just such a classy organization. I was an official for a while, and I called up at OBA several times, and the sportsmanship at that facility is unbelievable. And we get a foul out here by Caldwell, and they make sure to shake every official's hand, the opposing coach's hand, and just a class act organization. And it was one of my favorite plays to call as an official. 41-33. Missed them both. Titus has it, 19 seconds. Look to put some points on the board quickly here. Over to Kayot. Needs to shoot the long three. She does. It's short. Out of bounds. And it's going to go to OBA. Thomas. 9 seconds left here in the game. Going to get the subs in as much as possible here. And change everybody out with 9 seconds here. Now we've got Allie Hawkin. I'm not sure if there's any relation there, but I do see number 3 now. I was calling her Devin the whole time. So great game here, Matt.
Thomas comes away with the win, 41-33, and so they will claim the third place trophy at the Three Rivers Conference Tournament this year. And both teams played an outstanding game, and both represented both schools very well.
Well, and again, OBA being the host school, we thank everything they've done in this tournament, hosting for the hospitality room and doing all the help here in the gym. And like I said, just a great organization. We're so happy to have them in the Three Rivers tournament. We appreciate them. We'll stay here just for a quick second as Thomas gets their third place trophy.
Great game, ladies.
Is the girl hurt? She a basketball player?
Yes, that's another senior who has a knee injury. She's been a big contributor over the years, but inopportune injury has kind of cut her year short. So we're not sure if we're going to see her back yet this year or not. But she's been a great sport throughout it all and done her part to try to support the team.
Well, good. That's a shame when you get to that point and you get an injury like that. So, Matt, we appreciate you spending all day here in Kingfisher.
Oh, it's been a pleasure, Dean.
I know you're going to hang around for the rest of the game, so I'm sure I'll see you later.
If you don't, there's been some sort of terrible mistake, I promise you.
It's not that you headed back to